should be live now. So, sorry about having to restart the stream. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. Let me just double check that. And also sorry for the constant notifications and things like that. It's just that I'm having a few technical difficulties with the stream and internet and stuff, so just want to get that situated before I start this. I also wanted to say, once again, because I'm not going to be able to say this in this, or I won't be able to take the footage from the last stream and put it on this one, but thanks everyone for watching on YouTube and stuff like that, as we've reached 10,000 views on there, which is pretty insane. So this weekend I should have the tier list stuff ready, and I'll stream that, like me creating the tier list and everything this weekend. So I'll do that to celebrate that, and also 100 followers on Twitch, as I haven't been able to celebrate either, and they're pretty big achievements to me. So yeah, I got to go ahead and get started. I've already shuffled the characters a few times, if you couldn't tell by the numbers there, so it's completely random. Random characters except for Snake and Hero, who won previous tournaments, so they get to move into this tournament, or at least like the next 4 tournaments with how I have my rule set. So yeah, the first battle is going to be Dark Pit versus Snake. If I wanted to shuffle this, it would have ended up being Dark Pit versus Ridley, which would have been pretty edgy, but I guess it being on End's Castle is pretty edgy. But yeah, Snake's going to do a down throw to up tilt to take the lead, although Dark Pit lands a few arrows and a forward tilt to be able to take it back. So they're kind of going to be trading the lead here at the beginning. I'm going to be kind of keeping an eye on the stream and the frame rates and making sure that the capture card doesn't break or anything, so I'm kind of going to be switching between a lot of things, so if I seem a bit scattered, that's why. Just want to try to avoid difficulties, as this is going to be like an hour stream, so. Yeah, up air there. It's going to do some damage to the Dark Pit, but Snake's actually fallen a bit behind. Gonna have to do a little recovery there, but Dark Pit's, or I guess even before the spike buff, that still would have killed with it being that low to the ground. Or like Blast Zone, I guess. They were pretty much all the way down. I feel like Dark Pit is the one character that you wouldn't want to go all the way to the bottom of the Blast Zone to try to avoid getting spiked. Unless your opponent was on their, like, or unless you were on your last stock and your opponent still had a few. Because they can still make it back pretty easily due to their recovery with the jumps and everything. Yeah, Snake really needs to either take this stock or get in enough damage to be able to take it next stock and then start to play really well. Which, I mean, he definitely could take it, but he's just not doing a good job of hitting Dark Pit. Yeah, did land that C4 though. Although, this is the percent where combos are going to happen a lot. This is that lower percent, because it's a bit easier to combo due to the lower knockback. So, could see either Snake start to get a comeback, or it looks like Dark Pit's going to be maintaining its lead instead. Yeah, I was about to say 4 arrows there from Dark Pit, landing in a row, but only landed 3, which isn't too bad. But yeah, really unfortunate timing there by Snake, blowing himself up with the C4, but I guess Dark Pit's very good, because Snake won the original tournament that had like Sans and Banjo and everyone, so either Snake's really good, or either Dark Pit's really good or Snake was just playing terribly that game. Yeah, now we have a very interesting matchup of Bowser versus King K. Rool. If you don't know, these characters perform really well in CPU tournaments, pretty much all heavies do, so not too surprised to see them here. But, on who's going to win, that's going to be the more important question, I guess. Though it looks like King K. Rool's got a bit of a lead on Bowser at the moment, though Bowser's evening it up pretty well. Really good recovery there by Bowser, although it's not over yet. It's still not over. Okay, it looks like they've escaped the ledge. Bowser disadvantage, and the back air is going to kill. Didn't get the spike hit, but it didn't really need the spike on stage. Forward smash is going to do some damage, but it's not going to kill. Okay, Rool with the mid recovery there, after recovering a bit low. Didn't really grab the ledge, what I mean by that. It looks like Bowser actually made a really good play there. He neutral aired because he figured that K. Rool was going to throw out a move, and K. Rool super armored it, but that caused a bit of like stun and animation where it just kind of stood still for a second, and that allowed Bowser to be able to move out of the way of that forward tilt. I mean, he could have moved out of the way before, I don't know, but I mean, if not, that was a really good play by him. Like, good matchup knowledge. Yeah, slide special there. It's going to take the stock. Although Bowser's not looking too great at the beginning here. Don't know if it's the stage or what, but K. Rool's just kind of dominating at the moment. Although Bowser's starting to get in some percent. That neutral layer is going to be enough to take the stock. Try to go for the forward air dash grab, although it didn't connect. Thought K. Rool was going to go for the down air, but no, went for, what was that, nair to forward air, and that was enough to take Bowser's stock, as he wasn't able to recover due to him losing his double jump. But yeah, this tournament's moving pretty fast. It's 7 minutes in, already through 2 fights. Usually takes a bit longer, although now that I say that, we could be getting into some longer fights. Though, we've got Ryu versus Ridley, so this fight either going to be like short or medium, as these two are pretty aggressive. Usually if it's zoners and things like that, they'll play for a bit longer. Yeah, that's going to be Ryu's stock there, was unable to get that tech on the up special. And also, I forgot to mention that Wispy Woods is here, so we could see Wispy Woods taking the stock for the first time this season. Basically, whenever Wispy Woods takes the stock, that's basically just me saying that someone gets stuck underneath the tree and is unable to recover. Or not underneath the tree, but underneath the stage. Yeah, Ridley, or not Ridley, but Ryu with the double fireball, even though Ridley had already recovered by then. I don't know if this Ryu's doing like mind games or what, but it doesn't look like he's playing too well. Although, I mean, I guess that was poor DI. Oh, thanks TMC Twin for following, and also hi. Didn't see the comment there. Yeah, there Ryu actually texted. Instead of dying at 57 again. Or I guess that would have been 89, but really don't understand how he missed that tech if he was able to tech there at 89. Starting to get into some combos. Building up some damage, although it's not going to result in him taking a stock just yet. Ridley with the skewer, or however you pronounce that, to a back throw, so it's going to be a lot of damage forward air. Definitely going to take the stock there. We could see Ryu start to make a comeback here, but after that skewer, I'm pretty sure that Ridley is going to take this game. Okay, yeah, if Ryu's unable to recover after that neutral air for sure, so that's going to be the game. So yeah, definitely an upset, in like tier lists and stuff, but as I said earlier, heavies, or semi-heavies I guess in Ridley's case, they do pretty well in tournaments. I'm surprised that King K. Rool is able to take it over Bowser, as Bowser's a bit heavier, but I guess they're still both heavies. Yeah, now it's Wii Fit Trainer versus Pikachu, so could see another upset if Wii Fit Trainer wins this game, although I don't remember if Pikachu's had that good of a record in CPU tournaments in the past. I would assume so, but looks like it's also going to be on Midgar as well. These stages are going to be stages that are at least semi-legal, in case anyone's wondering. Like, Midgar is technically not a legal stage, but it's basically just Battlefield, so that's why I have it in. Same thing with, like, Dreamland 64, it's basically another Battlefield. I also have Wily Castle, because it's basically Final Destination, stuff like that. Although, Wily Castle, I don't know, because it has a bit taller of a blast zone, I think. It's got a Battlefield blast zone, but on Final Destination, I think that's how it works. Although, I would think that it should be legal if, like, that's not a problem. And the problem is just that it's too similar to Final Destination. And the reason is because of the wall jumps that could make a lot of matchups either a little bit better or a lot better, depending on the character. Because wall jumps kind of change. It's a bit harder to hit wall jumps on FD than it is on something like Wily Castle. But yeah, looks like Pikachu is going to be the first one to lose stock, although Wii Fit Trainer is at 167, so probably won't hold on to the stock for very long. The back air is not going to be enough to take it. At forward air, not going to be enough to kill either, although it was pretty close. Wii Fit Trainer's almost at 200% now. So, it's not too bad for Pikachu, although that back air did a nice amount of percent, so. Barely avoiding that 200. Although, if Pikachu up throws here, then she's dead, although went for back throw instead. I'm surprised that he didn't go for up throw, as that would have worked a lot better, but neutral air will also take the stock. Pikachu, if he would have taken that stock a bit faster, then he could have been in a more favorable position, but it's not necessarily too bad. Although that's a bit worse, with losing a stock to back air. Like, it's still not the end of the world, as Pikachu is arguably like one of the best characters in the game, if not the best, so could see anything happen. Like, a comeback is possible, I guess is what I mean. I am Pause47. We thought you might be interested in the Megamind meme community. Well, I mean, I did. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because I looked at a Megamind meme. It's that makes me eligible, but Wii Fit Trainer is going to get hit by that down smash from Pikachu at the ledge, and that is going to be enough to take the stock, so he took it about 100% faster, so it's not too bad. Although, looks like he's going to be able to even up the game with that combo there, and also reads the, or not necessarily reads, but like punishes that air dodge in, and actually takes the lead by 0.5%, which isn't too bad for how bad Pikachu was losing at the beginning of his stock here. Although this game has been a bit longer than the others. Could go to time, actually. A minute left on the clock. Gonna dodge that neutral B from Wii Fit Trainer, lands down air to a neutral air. Got about 30 seconds left. Down special, not going to be enough to KO. Wii Fit Trainer pulling something similar to what she did in the first stock, although Pikachu lands a drag down fair into a fair after Wii Fit Trainer rolled back, so that is going to be enough to take the stock. now we have Sonic versus Chrom. Sonic's not... Or I guess the next two fights aren't really going to be like fan favorite characters. It's going to feature Sonic and Yoshi against Chrom and Lucena, but we could see father versus daughter matchup afterwards. Or I think that's how they're related. I haven't actually played a true Fire Emblem game. I played the mobile game, but I don't think that counts. I heard that the Three Houses one was good. I got a lot of good reviews and stuff like that, but I still haven't tried it. I'm able to make it back to stage after getting a bit of a combo with Sonic, although Sonic does an up air into Sonic forward throw. Yeah, that is actually going to be enough to take Chrom stock, and he got the footstool on Chrom as well. Yeah, Chrom could definitely take the stock at this percent pretty easily. A lot of his smash attacks are pretty quick, so it's not like he'd be too badly punished if he did miss one. Plus, Sonic could just have his moves drop, knowing Sonic, with all of his non-functioning moves like side special and up air, and pretty much everything else. Forward air, down air, or I guess down air works fine, but neutral special sometimes messes up. And up smash shots, I forgot about that move. And neutral B, or not neutral B, side special into an up air there from Sonic. Getting in some damage on Chrom, although went for the back air there, although Chrom was on the other side of him. Manages to barely avoid that dancing blade from Chrom and lands a back air, which is going to be enough to take Chrom stock. To send him pretty far back, but loses his stock to fair, so Chrom could definitely come back from this. Just needs to get a solid edge guard on Sonic once to even up the game, but Sonic could do the same thing to Chrom, although it could even be like a weaker edge guard as Spring can kill Chrom pretty easily. Be a dancing blade out of that forward air from Chrom. Sonic lands with neutral air to up air. Up air doesn't connect all the way. Get an up tilt on that Rool and a forward air to load trades with Sonic's in air. Another forward air from Chrom. Traded the forward smash with the side special, although he was able to win that trade with a grab, so he almost died to Sonic's up smash there, though. And Sonic went for a down smash, but Chrom hit him with fair before he landed it, and that was enough to also take Sonic's stock. So they're even in terms of stock, but Chrom's still 123.7% behind. And then Sonic lands one hit of up smash, and that is going to be enough to take Chrom stock. So no father versus daughter match, but the next game is going to be Yoshi versus Lucena, and then we'll have Waluigi versus Dr. Mario. Really just Luigi in the Waluigi skin, but Waluigi's not a playable character yet, so could be. I think it would be kind of funny if he was, although I know people don't really want him. Lucena with an SD at 0 at the beginning here, so things are going to start off in Yoshi's favor. Although Lucena not even allowing Yoshi to land a hit, so don't know what's going to happen in this game. Although down air did land. For some reason down air does so much damage. I don't really understand that move, but it's just a very easy way for Yoshi to build up a ton of damage. Then down air from Lucena is going to be enough to take the stock, so looks like things are evened up after that SD at the beginning. Really weird though, it happened under a minute. Guess she wanted to get a soul stone or something. up tilt back air there, and another back air from Lucena. Going to be able to take the lead for a second, but Yoshi's back air gives him the lead. Forward air there from Yoshi is going to be able to build up some damage, especially with that up special. Like, he keeps landing those, lands an up air as well, which is able to kill. If Lucena wouldn't invest Siege, he would have pretty strong advantage on Yoshi here, but still doing okay with Yoshi being at 133.4 on second stock and her being at 13.9 on her final. It's still somewhat even. Yoshi has a bit of a stock lead, but if he gets hit by a strong enough move, which is pretty much just anything but like down special, unless like Yoshi does a smash back into it, then will result in a stock loss, which it did, though Yoshi's been able to build up some damage through some back air combos. There's a neutral air as well, but it's not enough to KO. Lucena going really deep for an edge guard, although she does make it back. Jumps straight into that egg. Yoshi tries to go for down special, but it doesn't connect, nor does it fair, but down air does. It does a decent amount of damage. Yoshi unable to recover actually there, so it looks like Lucena is going to be the winner, even after like SDing at 0 in the first stock. So that's pretty impressive. But yeah, now we have Luigi versus Dr. Mario, Waluigi versus Dr. Mario. And then after that we'll have Ganondorf versus Hero, and that will be the end of round 1. So we could see round 1 being finished in under 30 minutes, which would be pretty fast. And then the next rounds are going to be a lot shorter, not only because of less fighters being in, but also because a lot of the slower fighters have been removed. Looks like Doc's going to have a bit of a lead on Luigi at the beginning here. Landing a down air to back air there. That should be the stock. No, Luigi's able to barely live it. I guess he kind of avoided some of the hits on that. And then Doc, with that air dodge read, was able to charge that forward smash, or up smash, I mean, to enough for it to be able to kill, which was pretty much just instant charge, would have been able to kill. Like if you just tapped it, but yeah, he was still able to get the stock and building up some damage on the next one. Although Luigi needs to be able to do the opposite and build damage on him, or take the stock soon to be able to get a comeback started. Luigi could definitely do it, like he's got up special, and then up smash as well. It's a pretty strong kill move. You've got forward smash, side special, and then you could also just edgeguard Doc, which is probably the easiest way. But Luigi can also be edgeguarded, so gotta be careful that it doesn't turn into a reversal or anything. I would also like to see Doc go for a cape, but looks like they're both going to lose their stock to weak recovery. Luigi with a crawl. Misfired as well, although it didn't connect. This Doc is getting all kinds of reads on Luigi. Luigi's landing a few up tilts here, should be able to build up some damage, and Doc actually air dodges off stage, which is going to result in a stock loss, as he did not have a jump. So Luigi actually evened up the game just by up tilting Doc a few times, but forward air almost killing. It's very close. Luigi getting a misfire there, although it is going to result in him getting a bit of damage done to him by Doc's down special, and down tilt to down special is going to be enough to take the game, or take Luigi's stock and win the game. Yeah, definitely a really good showing by Doc. That, like, first and second stock was really good, although his second stock ended a bit abruptly. Was able to come back and take the game from there. But now we have Ganondorf versus Hero. Hero did win the last tournament, so he could do well here, but Ganondorf's also a heavy and Ganondorf. Hero did get Magic Burst in the first pop-up menu though, so that's going to be 45.1%, I believe is what it was. And that's Ganondorf's first stock. Hero was a very nice 0 to death. And in case you're wondering, with the way that the tournament set up, Hero will be banned in tournaments after 4 tournaments, and this is tournament number 3, so after the next tournament, Hero will be banned until next season, unless he wins the entire actual CPU tournament, but nobody really knows what's gonna happen there. Kinda just up to fate. But, like, in case you're wondering, Snake will also be banned due to that, and the winner of this tournament will be banned. So it's just kind of how my tournaments work. And then, after that, those characters will no longer be allowed in tournaments, and then 4 other characters that will come after them won't be allowed, and stuff like that. It will just move on until the final. But yeah, Hero used Hocus Pocus, got small, was able to line a Kaboom, although it didn't really do much damage. I didn't realize that his spells would be a lot smaller if he turned small. I guess that makes sense because his spells turn larger if he gets the large power-up. Almost able to kill Ganondorf with that edge guard there, although he was able to just make it back. But back air will be enough to take the stock. Ganondorf could still take this game for sure. He just needs a few strong hits, and that's pretty much what he's best at. Although Hero could play smart and try to outspace him and things like that. Just be safe. So he's going to be hit by that fair. Could just see him go for a double kamikaze. Or I guess he can't really double kamikaze now, but even like a single kamikaze off stage would still be enough to take Ganon stock. Especially if Ganon uses his jump, and even without the jump. Ganondorf with the zoom read there. He's hit by that sizzle. There's pretty much no way for Ganondorf to avoid sizzle if Hero's looking at him as soon as it pops up in the menu. Yeah, he's going to be able to grab Hero there, so he is able to make it back. Hero tried to go for whack, but he wasn't able to land it. Doesn't have enough MP for that slide special he wanted, but Ganondorf is going to use that to get in some damage. Forward air, not going to be enough to KO from the other side of the stage. Slide special will at the ledge. That's going to be game for Hero. So Snake got eliminated round 1, but Hero is going to move on to round 2 against Dr. Mario.
Round 2.
But yeah, under 30 minutes as well, just barely. It's at 28:19 for me. So, yeah, we've got Dark Pit versus King K. Rool for the first game of round 2. Definitely an unexpected matchup, especially whenever Snake was defeated in round 1 by Dark Pit. But I'm interested to see how Dark Pit plays. That was a bit weird at the beginning, but maybe we can see him improve. Both of these characters actually did really well in their first run. King K. Rool played very well against Bowser, although wasn't as impressed as Bowser had not won a championship this season. Although Snake had, who Dark Pit defeated. Looks like Dark Pit went for an edge guard there, although King K. Rool was able to make it back. He wasn't able to get that down or he wanted like with Snake. Using a Rool straight into that cannonball. Parries that, or not parries, but he does the orbitals on that one. You can actually use the orbitals to just like absorb damage, and then as soon as they break, you can actually punish your opponent if they go for something like a forward smash to be able to break it. You'll be able to hit them before they can hit you, which I find really interesting. I use that a lot whenever I play them. Pit and Dark Pit, I mean, but I rarely play them in general, so don't use it a lot. Yeah, he was able to orbital for a second, but he let go of it a bit too early and was hit by it. Like, King K. Rool is going to be able to take the stock with the back air. see if you can take more stocks and Snake against this Dark Pit. Be able to land a fair, tries to go for an arrow, but King K. Rool air dodges it, although he's able to punish with an electro shock. K. Rool reads the get up and punishes with a dash attack. Tries to do fair into forward tilt, although it doesn't connect. Dark Pit's down air also doesn't spike. And a back air from Dark Pit into an arrow, which is able to kill. At that percent and all the way at the blast zone pretty much for K. Rool. Really good snipe by him. Though he's off stage now, so K. Rool does have a bit of an advantage at the ledge. Like that new special will be enough to take the stock, so Ganon, or not Ganon, but King K. Rool doing a bit better than Snake now. Although it is kind of good that the previous tournament winners lose, because that will allow this tournament's winners to have a higher ranking than if they made it all the way to finals against one of the previous winners. The way that I set it up is that, like, let's say a person who won the last tournament, it's one of the finalists, and the person they're playing like loses, then they'll still be able to enter the Contest of Champions, which is the big tournament that all the winners of the tournaments go. Oh, and Dark Pit able to take that stock with a jab at 160, so yeah, so basically, like, if Snake won this tournament, or if Snake was in finals and then he was playing an opponent, that opponent would be able to enter the Contest of Champions. Although if they defeated Snake, they would have a higher ranking than if they did not defeat Snake. So it mainly just affects ranking. If the opponent wins or loses. But there's still like a backup plan. And then like if two of the previous winners win. I haven't had that happen yet, but I'll have to think of something for that. I think I'll make the semi-finalist battle against each other, and then the winner of that will get to move on. And fight whoever wins the tournament. Or something like that. Yeah, now we have Ridley versus Pikachu on Lilac Cruise. Pikachu starting off a bit behind Ridley. Gonna get hit by that down smash a bit underneath the ledge. But able to get a combo out of it, which is definitely pretty good. Ridley not too difficult of a character combo. He does land that slide special, and that is going to be enough to take Pikachu's first stock, as he is a lighter character due to him being very small. Not really any small heavies or anything like that. Don't really want to try to go for an edge guard like that on Ridley whenever he's up specialing, as it does give him intangibility whenever it's active. So basically nothing's really going to be able to affect him. Down smash, not going to be enough to take the stock, but put Ridley into a position where Pikachu is able to get an edge guard. Ridley being a large hitbox is kind of a good and bad thing on this stage, because it allows Ridley to be able to get a lot more like damage out on Pikachu due to being able to cover a lot of Pikachu's options due to being larger and kind of like hovering over Pikachu. But the bad thing is that you're able to get hit a lot, and that's what's been happening to Ridley in this stock. So there's some disadvantages and some advantages, but I would say the disadvantages kind of outweigh the advantages. Although I wouldn't have wanted to play Pikachu on something like Final Destination as Ridley. I don't know what stage I would pick actually. Matchup's not the worst in the game, but it's definitely one of them for Ridley. Dash attack, not enough to KO. Ridley being able to DI that really well. But Pikachu's forward tilt will be enough to take the stock. And Pikachu, actually, I didn't mention this, but he was able to take the lead after having not that great of a start. Though, could lose his stock here, or get hit by that fair out of that neutral air. Ridley barely missing that fair on the Skull Bash, but Pikachu off stage once again, lands Skull Bash to be able to make it back. The Ridley's back air will be enough to take the stock. Be a forward air from Pikachu there, double forward air. That's not enough to take the stock. I thought he was going to go for the Skull Bash, which would have killed him if he would have missed it, so I can see why he didn't, but he is going to be able to recover after Ridley's edge guard there. Pikachu's pretty much able to recover from anywhere though, so not too surprised. Ridley, or not Ridley, but Pikachu with that forward air on Ridley. Though, that's pretty risky from Pikachu mashing out there. Ridley was just trying to take the stock, although Pikachu was able to avoid dying. Basically, if you mash out all the way at the bottom of the blast zone, and you like mash out perfectly, then you'll be able to escape it, but you'll fall faster than Ridley. Although, Pikachu, I guess, was able to jump or something before he hit the blast zone, and Ridley was unable to do that. So, now I got Sonic versus Lucena, or at least that's how I think it works. I've had it happen a lot where the Ridley would side special me, and then I would mash out, but whenever I did, the Ridley would actually live, and then I would die. Lucena almost SDing at 0 again. Could be stock here. Although she is able to make it back. Be at Fountain of Dreams as well, forgot to mention that. Be avoiding that dancing boy there. Lucena with the back air on Sonic, and the Sonic lands back air of its own, so it's pretty even. Lucena landing a Dolphin Slash. Don't really know what's happening here, although Lucena's going to be hit by a back air, and that will allow Sonic to take the lead, although only by 11%, so not too impressive. Lucena could take it back with like a back air or something. Those slide specials definitely going to help build up some more damage and help maintain the lead. But back air is going to be enough to take Sonic's stock, so I was about to say no stocks have been taken yet, so this could either be a really long game or a really short game. I feel like if it would have been like Sonic vs. Yoshi or something, it would have been a bit shorter, but... or not shorter, but longer. Although, I don't know how long this game's going to be after that first stock. Though Sonic definitely needs to be able to take Lucena's stock here pretty soon, or else he could be in a bad position. Reverse 3 stocks are possible things, but it's very unlikely for Sonic to reverse 3 stock Lucena due to just getting outranged. And then, although the Lucena CPU is not doing this, if this was like an actual Lucena, all you would have to do to avoid Sonic's side special is counter. Or at least that's the easiest way to deal with it, because he can't cancel it whenever he starts it anymore, so... like, he could jump out of the way, but if he jumped out of the way of the counter, then you would at least have enough time to be able to react and put yourself into a position where you won't be punished too severely for throwing out counter unsafely. Yeah, Sonic was able to take Lucena's stock, although he's at 130.3, so could build up some damage to either take the lead or even it up. So he's going to try to take the lead by edgeguarding Lucena, but it didn't necessarily work in his favor. That was a good back air by Sonic. He turned around pretty quickly, but was able to land that down smash, and I don't know if that was bad DI or if it just didn't mark or anything, but it did die to that, so Sonic does have the lead, at least in terms of stock. In terms of percent, he's a bit behind, although now they're even. So he's 5.6% ahead of Lucena, so it's an even game-ish. So, yeah. Got a minute and 36 seconds left on the clock. Good combo from Sonic there, though. Lucena was able to get a lot of percent off on Sonic as well, so it's still even. I mean, up smash there from Sonic. Not good enough to kill, but enough to put Lucena into disadvantage and also maintain the percent lead for Sonic. If he would have waited for Lucena to fall on him, like her path was kind of leading her to, then he would have been able to take the stock with that up smash, I believe. Forward air from Lucena, able to keep Sonic off of her. Lucena was doing pretty well at the beginning, although Sonic seemed to have taken the lead, although now it's getting even. Sonic still has a bit of a lead, but Lucena's able to keep up with him pretty well. She has the fastest walk speed in the game, and he has the fastest run speed, so Lucena does take the lead with that dancing blade there by about 7%. Jab will increase it to about 10 or 17%. And up tilt is actually going to be enough skill. Didn't think up tilt would be strong enough for that, but Lucena is going to be moving on to semifinals. The game is kind of getting low on time. Didn't even mention that it had like 6 seconds left, I think. Just by me looking at the timer, I can't really tell. But now we have Dr. Mario versus Hero. I think we all know how this matchup's going to go. Doc had a pretty good run, but Hero's got a sword, he's got spells, he's got bounce. Oh wait. Doc could actually do pretty well. It's going to be on Pokemon Stadium 1, by the way. I think they already played on 2, and I didn't mention it. But yeah, Pokemon Stadium 1, I believe the difference is that there's one mark on the ground on both sides. And then on 2, there's 2 marks. I still haven't checked that. I meant to check that the other day. But I believe that's how you tell the difference between them. Hero got a zoom, so he's able to make it backstage. Although, if he gets a bit too close to Doc in the corner there, he could get back thrown, and that would result in him losing his stock at this percent. Doc really needs to be careful throwing on his double jump like that. Really smart of him there to air dodge rather than to use double jump. Even though he didn't get hit, that's just a good habit to break. Though, Hero unable to recover there, loses to Doc's down smash, so that's going to be his first stock taken. What was that from Doc? I think it just did dash dance. He did dash dance there to be able to avoid that side special. So I think Doc's kind of just flexing at this point. He did some frame-perfect dash dance on the ledge of the platform, which I've never seen them do it on something like that, but that was like a 1-pixel dash dance or something, because he like barely moved it, it was still noticeable. Doc could take a stock here, though he is building up damage, even if he doesn't take it, which is always good. Gonna be a trade there with Pill and side special from here. I couldn't tell which one that was. I actually don't even have their name memorized, so even if I did know which one that was, I wouldn't know the name. Down air from Hero is going to be enough to take Doc's stock. Although Hero's at 126, so it's not too great for him. Going to be able to make it back with that fully charged up special, but that does deplete his mana a bit. Able to land a double up air into a side special, fully charged. If he lands another fully charged side special, then Doc's just dead. That'd pretty much kill anyone at the current percent, but back air from Doc's going to be enough to take Hero stock. Hero's side special is kind of insane and underrated, at least the fully charged version of it. The, like, half charge, I guess, is really good as well. It's much better for spacing and stuff like that. So it works like really well, and it's very fast. Even the fast hit's good for spacing, even though it's a bit worse. I thought he was going to go for the magic burst there, as he did have that as an option, and that would have instantly killed Doc. But it looks like Doc's going to be able to get into damage here or there. Could see him go for an edge guard here, and he does, although there wasn't a reason to at that point in time. He could have just lost his stock there without recovering, and then Hero would have lost his. Although they are CPUs, so you can't expect them to always make the right decision. Hero shows Kamikaze for a second, as I did see that in the menu. And he just does land a forward air on Doc at like 196, so that will take a stock. Or I think it's actually Acceleratal. I think I've been saying it wrong, but I don't want to correct myself since I've said it wrong for like the past month. I believe there's an L in it at the end, as well as in the middle, kind of. And that up air from Doc is going to be enough to take stock. I didn't realize how much time had passed, but that was a 4-minute game there. Dr. Mario is going to be the winner of that battle, somehow. Like, we'll have to play Lucena, so it's not over yet. For sword characters. And he could potentially have to play Dark Pit or Pikachu, and either one of those matches is bad for Doc. As Dark Pit gets good edge guards, and then Pikachu's Pikachu. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty much the same reason. It's going to be on Final Destination, so definitely gives Pikachu a high chance of taking this game as probably its best stage. I'm not a Pikachu main, so I don't really know, but if I had to guess, it would either be this one or something very similar. Like, I could see Battlefield being a bit better for combos and things like that, but Final Destination, Pikachu wins neutral pretty easily, so something where neutral is like very important. Final Destination, so. And it's flat, so you've got no platforms to hide on or anything. And it looks like Pikachu does have a bit of a percent lead here at the beginning, although it's still somewhat even. Like, Dark Pit takes the lead after that up smash, although Pikachu takes it with Thunder Jolt. Then Dark Pit returns for the down smash. Tried to read a jump out of shield, although Pikachu waited a second. That was a really good, like, edge guard attempt by Pikachu, although it didn't even work, and then got killed by the arrow there at 130-ish. It was fully charged, so it did a bit more knockback, but I didn't expect it to kill like it did. Forward air from Pikachu might kill, and it does, so it's still a somewhat even game. Pikachu at 38.5% on second stock, and Dark Pit at 4.2 on second stock, so while Pikachu is about like 34% behind, he can easily make that up with a simple combo, and he kind of just did, so taking the lead with the down air at the end of it. Really good punish by Pikachu there with the down smash, gets another down smash as well. Pretty sure he thought about a third down smash, but then he just ended up going for the Thunder Jolt instead for some reason. I would have gone for the if it ain't broke strategy, or the no mix-up. But forward air is going to be enough to take Dark Pit stock. Dark Pit landing a neutral air into grab there, although it isn't able to do much with it. That down smash, not enough to kill Pikachu, but it was very close. Pretty sure that was like a frame perfect soul bash, because he had that lined up perfectly. With the ledge. Doing some dash dances, waiting on Dark Pit to throw out an option and then punish it. Although Dark Pit was able to grab the ledge there and was able to make it back to stage. Catching Pikachu's quick attack there. Pikachu doesn't necessarily mix up the quick attacks, which is something that I've been practicing a bit with my Pikachu. Like, if you watch my most recent viewer battles, though that one's not on YouTube technically, but it's on Twitch still. I messed around a lot with quick attack in battles, like mix-ups, like going into the ground and stuff like that. Dash attack is going to be enough to take Dark Fit stock, so Pikachu moves on to finals. But yeah, like quick attacking into the ground and stuff like that, instead of just always quick attacking to get as far away from your opponent or something like that. But now we've got Lucena versus Dr. Mario for the final game of semifinals, and then after that we've got finals. So, interested to see who wins this game.
3, 2, 1, go!
Who wins the entire tournament as well. Going to be on Kalos Pokemon League, so I would say this is definitely a favorable stage for Lucena, although it's not too bad of a stage for Doc, so I could see it as a counter pick. It's very hard for Doc to get on a stage where Lucena is not going to be pretty dominant and Doc also be strong. Like a stage where Lucena's not dominant, but Doc's the one in control. I feel like this is a pretty good middle ground for that. Although Doc does have a large, or not a long, but a large lead on Lucena here. Able to land a down special there, and I believe that was fair. It could have been neutral there, because I believe fair actually would have killed there. Thought he was going to go for the grab, but instead he went for jab. Lucena able to get in some damage here, evening things up, although still about 100% behind, so it's not working too well. And that down special is going to be enough to take the stock. Lucena, all she really needs to do is just edgeguard Doc to be able to take his stock, so it's not as bad as it looks for Lucena. Like a very simple edgeguard will take it, and that actually took a stock there, as he was not able to wall jump or anything from that position. I don't even think he has a wall jump, although he might. As someone who used to main Doc, you would think I would know this, but whenever I main Doc, I was significantly worse at the game than I currently am. So, I was still able to do fine, though. So yeah, things sort of evened up a lot. That almost took Doc's stock, although he has a bit of longer ledge grab range than it looks out of that up special. It looked like he would have barely missed it normally, but with a slap grab range, he was able to grab it. I really like that, like, drop down up air that Lucena does off the ledge, like that. She's not the first one to do that I've seen. I should have used that whenever I mained her, but, I just didn't really do a lot of stuff off stage like that. I mean, yeah, that neutral air from Lucena gonna take Doc's stock. As I said earlier, all you really need to do is just get a simple edge guard on Doc, and then that's his stock on. But he is able to kill Lucena with a nair there, so this game's not over yet. Although he is at 50% already, so things aren't looking that well for him. After that first stock, that forward smash is going to put him in a really bad spot. And yeah, that's going to be the game there. Was unable to make it back. He had to be really careful with how Lucena was edge guarding him. But with Doc, you've got like no room for error on your recovery. Well, yeah, this could potentially be the first tournament that Lucena actually does really well in, although Pikachu is also here, so two top tiers battling each other. Not that great of a sign. For Lucena. I used to be a Lucena main during these, so I would always root for her, but she would always lose. And now I main Mega Man, and he's not even in this tournament, so. I also kind of mained Pikachu a bit while I was transitioning between Lucena and Mega Man, but I played Lucena significantly more. Like, I have almost 20 hours with Lucena, and then, like, maybe 8 hours with Pikachu in comparison. I play this game a lot if you can't tell. But, yeah, really good start by Pikachu here. Town and City as a stage as well. I think the stage is a bit more favorable for Pikachu. Though I'm not sure. Like, you have the platforms that you can kind of avoid Lucena on for a bit. As, while her aerials aren't necessarily bad, his, like, up air and stuff is kind of slow. Like, all of her aerials except for neutral air, back air and forward air, will, have a bit of lag where she can't really do anything for a while. Even, like, back air and fair have that, but neutral air is very fast, so. So that is going to be her stock there. No, wait, she did have her jump. If she wouldn't have had a jump, that would have been her stock. Yeah, that down air from Pikachu, it's not able to get a follow-up on it, but he still is able to maintain the lead using it, so. Could be a forward air to dash grab back throw, although it's unable to kill. I believe up throw might kill at this percent. Down air is going to be able to do the job as well, as it did not get the spike hit. Pikachu does a get up attack even though Lucena's not even over there, but she is able to punish it with a forward smash. And I think that she still had Halo invincibility as well, which is when you respawn you have a bit of invincibility for a while, to kind of reposition yourself. And give yourself some time to think. Now, I'm surprised I guess Pikachu's CPU, so you wouldn't think about going underneath the stage and stalling out Halo invincibility. But that's something that Pikachu can do, is that you can just recover underneath the stage and wait for your opponent's Halo invincibility to run out. So that way, you don't have to deal with them being invincible. Pikachu's got a slower, like, underneath the stage recovery than some other characters. So his is kind of worse, but his is easier to pull off, is the trade. Because you don't know how underneath the stage recoveries work. Like, Pikachu has one, but it's pretty much the same. Although it damages Pikachu, so it's a bit risky. Depending on how the game's going. Yeah, Pikachu was able to take the stock there, although Lucena's going to be able to take his stock with that neutral special, calling out Pikachu dropping the shield. So the game's pretty much evened out here. Lucena actually takes the lead with that neutral air. I feel like so far, once Lucena's gotten the lead, she's been able to run with it in the past few games. Like, she's usually started out with a small disadvantage, or started out with a small lead and then turned into a small disadvantage, and then it's kind of just maintained as a small disadvantage throughout the match. But yeah, that down smash by Lucena was a really good play. Reading the Thunder Jolt and just being able to sit underneath and charge down smash for an extra few frames, so that way it can do a bit more damage. Not enough to kill, but still enough to be able to add up damage, so that way, if she does land a kill move, it's able to, or it has a higher chance to kill than if she hadn't landed that move. Another back air from Pikachu is going to give him the lead. And then reads that, I guess Lucena really didn't do anything there. Kind of just waited for Pikachu to throw out an option. But he was able to up smash fast enough and caught Lucena with it. I think she might have neutral air dodged. But, yeah, looks like Pikachu is going to be the champion of this CPU tournament. CPU number 3 as well, so that's what CPU is going to be in the next tournament, which will be the final of that set of 4, or this set of 4, I mean. So, in the next CPU tournament, after it's finished, I will be doing a pre-COC, which that basically is just, like a pre-contest of champions, and it's designed to just see ranking and things like that. So, yeah, it looks like Pikachu is going to be the winner. Next tournament will be Wednesday on Twitch, and then it will be released on YouTube on Thursday, and this tournament will be released on Tuesday on YouTube. Once again, I'd like to say thanks for 10,000 views on YouTube. We'll be working on that tier list and stuff pretty soon, although that's all that I have time for this stream, so I guess I hope to see everyone in the next one.